She's the sexy supermodel who walked the runway for Victoria's Secret and dated some of the biggest stars in rock and roll, like Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses. He's the powerful media mogul worth $500 million. The romance between Stephanie Seymour and Peter Brandt was a match made in Hollywood, but the fairy tale appears to be so over in what's turned into an explosive divorce battle. He's accused her of alcohol and drug use, cheating, and wild spending sprees, charging as much as $250,000 a month. She says he changed the locks on their home and hired a nanny to spy on her. Up for grabs is a huge fortune that includes properties in Greenwich, the Hamptons, and Palm Beach, and artwork worth millions. One statue alone costs $75,000 a year just to maintain.
The case is ripe for publicity. It's a melodrama in real life.
But their biggest fight when the pair faces off in divorce court this morning is over their 3 children. Experts say high-profile divorces are becoming more frequent and public. Ex-couples like Christy Brinkley and Peter Cook, Denise Richards and Charlie Sheen would rather air their dirty laundry than settle, even when it involves children.
But of course, it's always better when people try to resolve custody disputes amongst themselves before we resort to the courts. Not because it's public and it's salacious, but because if you let someone else decide what's going to go on with your children, it may not indeed be what you want.
What's complicating this case is that Seymour didn't sign a prenuptial agreement.
There you have it, gentlemen and ladies, another so-called high-profile divorce. Are you telling me that this woman, Stephanie Seymour, was in love with Axl Rose's good looks or her second husband's good looks? No. She married them knowing their net worth, knowing their income potential, and she quickly had children with them as a further guarantee to get money. She already had children, but she made sure of having more just to ensure, because nothing ensures future income from a wealthy man in the divorce court more than a series of kids. And you hear about these high-profile cases because both people are famous and wealthy. But do you know that for every one famous one, there are literally hundreds and thousands of others in divorce courts around the country and this country and other countries where the men are getting destroyed because divorce laws in the West are on the side of the woman 100%. So my advice is, some people say, I never get advice about getting married. Well, I do give advice. If you have any net worth mentioning, you do not get married in the West. You do not. You do not. If you do, remember, you have a bunch of guns loaded with a hammer pulled back in the house and a bunch of kids playing with it and stray bullets flying in the room. You might get hit by one, you might not, but you are taking that risk. Think, why am I marrying this woman? What's going to come out of it? Why is she marrying me? If we break up, would she be hooking up with someone else 3 weeks later? If she can, if she finds one? The answer is a resounding yes. I've lost count of the number of times a woman said, oh, he's my soulmate, we love each other, we finish each other's sentences, and then they break up and she's finishing someone else's sentence as well as something else. Just a few months later. And a few months only because it took her that long to find this other guy. It's the offer on the table, never the man. Don't ever come to me and tell me, oh, they like guys with good looks. But yeah, they like them for a roll in the hay, but they don't like them for their bank account. It's all about money. And in the West, they are rewarded. They are rewarded for divorce. All the best.